you can buy this bond from me as Saudi prince by investing $1 billion and I will give you a return of 7% or 8% or 9%. So this process of securitization is in the realms of what you call derivatives. And what did it do? It had good things in the sense it allowed risk to be passed on from that small neighborly bank to the prince in Saudi Arabia or to some other sovereign wealth. But it had one very, very injurious effect on the whole market. What did it do? Pardon me?
House prices went through the roof.
Sure. So as the banks gave away their debts, they borrowed more, or they got more and gave more people money. The same bank which gave only 100 million now had collateralized that 100 or securitized that 100 million and therefore could get more money and give. So that was one. What else happened?
It had combined the good borrowers with the subprime borrowers, and what happened was that the instrument was so complex, most people didn't understand what it was and they went on investing. So a lot of middle class people as well lost money.
So one problem was, how do you know whether a bond which you buy in the market is good or bad? Somebody has to rate it for you, right? So the rating agencies were less than, if that's the appropriate word, honest. So they gave ratings like AAA, AA. What AAA means is you are guaranteed. It's like you put a money in Provident Fund. You can forget about it for the next 15 years, but you know you will get it back. But for the pains of the government, it might take you 6 months to a year to get it, but you will get it back. So a AAA rating said these are absolutely secure, short of being guaranteed. So everybody said, oh, this is safe. And I'm getting for a safe investment 7%, 8%. What is the LIBOR rate today in United States? What is the bank lending rate?
3%. Somewhere around 3%.
0.45 is close to zero. You can borrow money today because they want to increase investments. But anyway, so when this rating was given to these bonds, everybody bought it thinking I'm getting 7% free of cost. But the most injurious effect it had was the risk got distributed all over the world. So if your bank indiscriminately lent out money to everybody, the bank can go bust. People didn't pay back, you extended yourself, and you went bust, close the bank, say a prayer to it, RIP, do something else. But if that bank's risk was spread all over Asia, Europe, through this process of securitization, the risk got dispersed all over the world. Now, when the market for the houses, the real estate started falling down, what happened? What did people do? You often say markets are just sentiments, right? You think it's a cliched word, but it really happened. So when prices started coming down a little, what would happen? Pardon me?
People started selling and they had to pay back the EMIs, which they found that okay, I can't pay the EMI also now because I am already making loss on this. So default started happening. So it started that cyclical process.
So lots of borrowing in India. How does ICICI give you money, loan? What do they base it on, or what does HDFC base it on? Not on collateral. That's right, on your repayment capability. Nobody, the ICICI, you can't tell the ICICI bank, I'm buying this apartment in Colaba for 1 crore because I know 4 years later it will be 4 crores and therefore I will pay you back. Nobody would do that. It's your repayment capacity which is there. In the US, when this market became heated, people wanted to be in the business. It was hugely profitable. So everybody gave money based on the collateral, based on the real estate's ability to appreciate more and more and more. So I had this very interesting anecdote that a secretary, an administrator in the US working for Fidelity showed me this paper that she wanted to buy a house for $100,000. The bank gave her $95,000. And she had to cough up from her side $5,000. So $100,000, her participation in it was 5%. So when prices started falling and 100 became 99 and 98, she got very, very worried. When it reached $70,000, what happens? Exactly. Why do I care? She left the key on the fireplace and walked away.
Yeah, the bank asset.
Yeah. So, as they say, don't throw the baby along with the bathwater. In this case, she said, it's nothing to do with me. I paid $5,000. Therefore, my loss is restricted to $5,000. Let the bank take the balance, $95,000 or $90,000. As a result, she walked away, and millions of people did just that. Because your liability was limited, whereas the bank was holding bulk of the liability. And they walked away, and that started a further spiraling down of the prices in the real estate market. When this happened, and where does the insurance company come in? Anybody can tell me?
Credit default swap.
Credit default swaps. So what is credit default swaps?
Insurance on those securities purchased by the investment bank.
Right.
Banks would go to the insurance company and tell them that this is the loan portfolio that I have. You insure it for me. If it does not get paid, you will compensate.
Right. So in simple terms, it's an insurance. But if you call it an insurance, you can only insure a car to the value of the car. Can you insure your car to 100 times its value? No insurance company will give you a insurance whatever premium you pay. Credit default swap is exactly the opposite of that. You can insure it any number of times. And what they did not realize, of course, hindsight is great. Nobody is brilliant. Hindsight, as they say, is 20/20. You suddenly found that when the market started coming down, all the insurance became completely null and void, and they had to cough up huge sums of money because those CDSs all fell down at the same time. It's not like one car was in an accident. The whole set of cars available were burned down. And this, which is again a derivative. So one of the learnings out of this whole thing is the industry suffers from two things. One, inability to assess risk appropriately. They have brilliant people. You have some of the best PhDs working on portfolio management, on derivatives and so on. Yet, since market is not just formula and algebra, it is sentiments, evaluation of risk is very, very difficult. And most of these organizations, these financial institutions, had a leverage of 1:25, 1:30, 1:40, which means for every dollar they bought themselves, it was your money, which is $40 or $39, which constituted the capital for that particular institution. And therefore, they were so leveraged that they got away, and finally, it's like passing the parcel, right? You are caught holding the parcel at the wrong time. Any questions on this before we move? If that was complicated, we can move to a more interesting topic, which is information technology in financial segments. Feel free to ask me questions there as well, if that is of interest. So if you look at a manufacturing industry, what are its key assets? Inventory of material, inventory of finished goods, inventory of work in progress. Okay, what else? Plant and machinery, right? Very important. Okay. Then patents and intellectual capital, which normally if you look at a balance sheet of a manufacturing company, it's not substantial with exceptions. And then of course people. If you look at a financial services enterprise, regardless of whether it's on the buy side or the sell side, what are its assets? Its own assets. Intellectual capital, if you have algorithms and processes on managing markets. Anything else?
Database system, customer service.
Database systems, okay.
Assets under management.
Assets under management is not the asset of the company, right? It's your money, which is being kept there as custodian. It's not the company's money. Its assets are, pardon me? Line of business. Give me an example. Okay, good. That's a lead-in. Thank you. So, assets are really three. Tangible assets. You can talk about intellectual property, customers, and so on. building, people, IT.